Shalom everybody, it's Quinton here. I here about to plant these tomatoes in these 800 holes that we dug in here to produce a lot of tomatoes pretty much. And as you can see, it's gonna be a huge, huge thing of tomatoes. Now look at all of those tomatoes right there. But anyways, I'm making this video today to just talk to you about producing for yourself on all levels. And you know, I was having a conversation with an author out here. His name was Zach Reynolds. He just wrote a book, and we was pretty much talking. He was telling me about how he was talking to this Jewish guy, and he was saying that in their Jewish culture, you know, amongst their people, that they define success as if you can produce it for yourself, pretty much. Like you have to be doing it yourself. You know, you can't be working no job or whatnot, because what is that going to do for the community? You're not able to provide any jobs, you know, any type of value, you know, to the community. You can't pass nothing on. You know, you have no skill. So they're really on, you know, businesses and entrepreneurship and stuff like that. That's what they're really on. And one of the things that they do is they try to focus on the necessities. You know, they'll do things like, you know, trying to come up with toilet tissue business, things like that, and the necessity soap and socks, you know, things that are basic, really basic stuff, but stuff that's very profitable and everything like that. So pretty much that's what he was telling me and everything, and that's what we need to have in the black community. You know, we have a lot of needs, man. We have a lot of money that we have that goes through the black community, and now all of that money could be put towards starting ventures up just like that, and have your own people support you and whatnot. And that's what us at Ruach Ecad is all about, because what we're trying to do and what we're trying to push is push this message of self-sustainability. Produce for yourself, man. Produce your food, follow your passion, so that you can provide value to our people, so that we'll want to buy from you, you know, the things that we need. So that's the message that I'm trying to push out here, really. So that's why we have things like books coming out, and we're trying to push the whole message of just produce it for yourself, man. Produce for yourself, because that's what we need in these days and times. I just heard a statement by a pastor called Miles Monroe. He has a leadership YouTube that's really good. I'm listening to right now. And he says that everybody's born to be a leader. Everybody's born to be a leader. But most of us will die a follower because of what society trains us up to do. They train us up to be followers, to be slaves. You know, they don't teach you, you know, to try to get out here and get it yourself, because that's a negative to the system. You know, they don't want that. They want people to be slaves and be followers and just go to work and be comfortable with that. But we can't do that anymore, especially for those that, you know, I recognize myself as a Hebrew Israelite, especially for us, because this is the thing. For those of you that call yourself Hebrew Israelites, you know, you look in the scriptures and it talks about how we're a set apart people. You know, we're a special people. We're different. It's not that many of us, you know, and it's not many of us that really proclaim that, I feel that proclaim to call themselves Hebrew Israelites. But it's not that many of us. We're a small nation right now. And with that being said, my father would always tell me, you know, everybody is not cut out to be an entrepreneur, and that is very true. Everybody is not. But for those that call themselves Hebrew Israelites, and for us to be a leader, it says that we will be a nation. If we follow the laws and commandments, we'll be a nation above all the nations. So that means we'll be leaders. We'll be the leaders. We'll be the leaders. So since we'll be the leaders, we have to be the people that's going to lead, and that's going to start new things and do the right thing and start new trends. We have to be the people that's doing that. So all of us should be entrepreneur minded and want to produce for ourselves. We all should be like that. And if we all be like that, man, you know, things that'll start happening to us. You're gonna go through a struggle. You gotta go through the wilderness. You gotta get tested. You gotta go through that. I go through that right now. Man, as soon as I start worrying about certain things, the Most High just shows up and acts in a miraculous way. I'm worrying about how I'm going to get this pay, how I'm going to get this money. Stuff just comes and it just attracts to me. If you don't even focus on the money and just build, just work. Do what the Most High has placed in you to do. Follow your passion. When were you born? What month were you born? You know, when were you born? Find your passion. Find that gift that you were given to do so that you can serve humanity, so you can serve us. Find that. Find your passion. And that's what I had to do. I had to find my passion first. And once I found my passion, I ran towards it. I was going to school for a minute, I dropped out, and then I found my passion. And once I found my passion, man, doors just start opening up for me. Opportunity start opening up. And I always say opportunity comes to us all. It always comes to us all. We just have to be ready for it. We have to reprogram our minds, man, because in this system we're taught to be slaves, we're taught to be followers. We're not taught to be leaders because it's not the popular road. It's hard. You see, it's hard to be self-sustained. It's hard to be a nation governed by yourself. A nation that can feed themselves, can govern themselves. That's one of the blog posts that we write, and it's so true, man. You think it's gonna be easy when you try to do it yourself? It's gonna be harder. You gotta work even harder when you by yourself. But the reward is great. The reward is great. The Most High will bless you if you trust in Him for real. If you really, really, really trust in Him and just give it your all. Just try, just do it. Especially for us younger generation. The younger generation, the us in their 20s. I'm 23 right now, and I'm out here trying to get it. I'm trying to work 6 days and rest on the 7th. You know, so we gotta get it. We gotta produce it for ourselves. Subscribe to the blog. Subscribe to the blog. www.ruachecad.guru. RUACHECAD.guru. I'm gonna put a link above or below for it's gonna be on YouTube and Facebook. You know, we gotta produce for ourselves. We produce for ourselves, man. Just think about all the things that could happen for us. And that's why I got the book coming out. Ruach Ecad, a practical guide on how to tend to your garden and your mind throughout the seasons of life. It's a gardening book and a personal development book in one. You know, our message, like I said, is to produce for yourself on all levels. And what we mean by we say produce for yourself, grow your food and entrepreneurship. That's what we push. So this book pretty much is going to get you started on how to pretty much tend to that garden, to tend to that plot where you want to produce your own food. And it's going to get you ready for entrepreneurship, because the first thing in entrepreneurship is to work on your personal development. You have to better yourself first, and that's what I learned. Because once you work on yourself, you're going to need that, because the journey is brutal. The journey is great. The adventure is great, but you're going to get tried and tested. And the thing is, once you work on that personal development first, man, once you work on that, that's going to carry you a long way, because when those trying times comes and those obstacles come, you lean back on the personal development. Lean back on the teachings and things like that you're going to see in this book. You know, think about the process. Everything's a process. Nothing's going to happen overnight, so it's going to be hard. So just want to make this quick video. I got to get to work. I got to get to plant these tomatoes so that we can produce for ourselves. So peace, Ruach Ecad, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.